Pitches of the 10 startup companies, we next would like to have the keynote speech telling the attractiveness of the Osaka and Kansai startup companies and its ecosystem. So the keynote speech is by Ms. Nae Nakamura, Osaka Business Development Agency Innovation Hub Managers, titled Aiming to Create Osaka and Kansai Startups That Challenge the World. Ms. Nakamura, the floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much for introducing. My name is Nae Nakamura. I'm from the Osaka Business Development Agency. Our organization is a public support organization and provides business support to companies such as SME and startups, so on. And we are managing about Osaka Innovation Hub. So additionally, and we are working together with the Osaka Prefecture and City of Osaka to focus on create the startup ecosystem in Osaka. So today I'd like to briefly introduce about our efforts in supporting startups, as well as the status of the ecosystem in Osaka and the Kansai region. So I believe this may already be familiar to many of you, but the Japanese government is focusing on creating growth of startups that can thrive in the global market. So in line with national policy, Osaka is focusing on supporting the continue. Supporting on the startups and to promote the growth of startups in Osaka through collaboration between industry and academia, finance and the government. The Osaka Startup Ecosystem Consortium was established in 2019. And similar initiatives are also being carried out in Kyoto and Kobe and Kansai region. Including Kyoto, Osaka, Kobe, is working together to support startups with global growth potential. And as a result, the region has been selected as the Japanese Cabinet Office at the Global Startup Ecosystem City. These three regions of Osaka, Kyoto, and Kobe are home to many startups in sectors such as biotechnology, like healthcare, life science, and manufacturing, and so on. And each region is leveraging its strengths in industry and environment to foster the rapid growth of startups. And through these efforts to create and support high-growth startups, we are aiming to contribute to the economic development of the Kansai region and ensure that the success of Osaka Kansai Expo in 2025. And I'd like to introduce about our efforts to support startups at the Osaka Innovation Hub. Osaka has an innovation facility called Osaka Innovation Hub. It was established over 11 years ago by City of Osaka. We are aiming to support growth startups from the Osaka Innovation Hub and promote innovation originating from Osaka and the Kansai region. And at the Osaka Innovation Hub, startups, entrepreneurs, and who support their efforts such as the venture capitalists and corporation. They gather to collaborate and innovate. And the startups range from student entrepreneurs to deep tech startups, deep tech field startups, covering a wide variety in sectors and stages. And additionally, OIH has established a network over 500 organizations, both domestic and international, including VCs and corporations, so on. And with the goal of creating startups that can thrive on the global market, we are committed to fostering entrepreneurial mindset among students and the younger generations. And we offer seminars and community buildings opportunities for young people, and as well as sessions and for developing business ideas in collaboration with venture capitalists. And we also organize workshops, including like study tours, so that participants can experience innovation firsthand and become more attuned to global trends. After the establishment of startups, we offer a accelerating program tailored to their growth stage. So we also host a regular pitch event that provide opportunity for startups to connect with VCs and enterprise company. And in addition to these groups activities, we provide individual support by the Osaka Innovation Hub staff to help startups succeed. And this is about the two sport startup aiming to expand internationally. So we facilitate participation in overseas startup events and organize global pitch event and innovation conference. And this is a little bit like a promotion. I'd like to introduce about in this year's Hakko Osaka Innovation Conference. This marks the 12th of Hakko Osaka, and it will be held on November 26th at the Knowledge Capital Congress Convention Center. And in this year, the scale of the event will be expanded this year. And there will be over 50 startups showcase, and also talk sessions will be by the innovators from both Japan and overseas. And also, this is about a new event. In addition, we are hosting this event about DTEP Kansai Countdown to Global Startup Expo 2025 event. And this is also November 5th. It will come to November 15th. And this is about to build momentum lead up to the next year's Osaka Kansai Expo. And this event will bring together, especially deep tech startups, a key strength of the Kansai region. And it will take place on the newly opened Jam base at in Grand Green, Osaka. And within the development of Kansai ecosystem, particularly emphasizing is being placed on building an ecosystem centered around the universities. In Kansai, we have launched the Kansai Startup Academia Coalition with a KSAC, a platform dedicated to commercialization and social implementation of outstanding research received from universities. And this platform brings over 70 university and financial institutions, support organizations, and the government. And the working collaboration to support commercialization of university research and to their entrepreneurial efforts of university students. And many startups are expected to exhibit Expo next year. At OIH, we are actively supporting startups, particularly in the healthcare and carbon neutrality sectors, as they prepare for the exhibition. And furthermore, event after event, we will continue to provide opportunity to help these startups grow their businesses, contributing to their long-term success. And finally, we would like to collaborate with domestic and foreign venture capitals and financial companies that support the global challenges of startup from Osaka and Kansai area. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nakamura. Now, we would like to move on to the pitches of the 10 startup companies. We are having 4 presentations at the first session, where each startup companies are making their presentations in English. As noted earlier, this event has a simultaneous presentation and translation. So please access Zoom to listen to the translated voices, even though you are joining from the venue or online. Right. The first company is AC Biode. Mr. Tadashi Kubo, the CEO, is the first speaker. Mr. Kubo, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Hi. We are a clean tech and climate tech startup based on chemistry and material science. And we have 3 technologies that we are developing: batteries, catalyst for chemical recycling, as well as adsorbent for carbon capture, as capturing CO2, and we make glass out of it. So today, let me a little bit explain about plastic chemical recycling for plastic waste, but also organic waste. So we call the catalyst, it's catalyst for plastic waste. As you know, the plastic waste and waste issues is a big problem, and it emits a lot of CO2, mainly from CO2 incineration and methane as well. So there are mainly 3 methods to recycle plastic waste. So mechanical recycling, thermal, and chemical recycling. So what we do is chemically decompose plastic waste into monomers or hydrogen, so that we can semi-eternally make new polymers or plastic from monomers. So each process has pros and cons, but the advantage of chemical recycling is that we can tackle not only simple plastic waste, but also dirty, mixed, and multi-layered plastic waste as well. We have successfully almost any kind of plastic waste. So not only PET, but also PP, PE, which are main plastic that are being used, but also PVC, polyurethane, polyamide, and different plastic waste as well. And we are the first one in the world that successfully decompose PET into methanol. So not just ethylene glycol. We have successfully filed a patent on this process, as well as the catalyst. The differentiation from other competitors in this field are that we don't use any organic solvent, so solvent-free, which is toxic, because solvent is toxic and quite expensive. And the reaction temperature is only 180 or 200 degrees Celsius. And while our competitors use such as 600 degrees Celsius for pyrolysis, and when it comes to gasification, it uses higher than 1,000 degrees Celsius. We can tackle also organic waste, including cellulose, lignin, which is like waste from wood or bamboo as well, because these are one of the most difficult organic waste to decompose. We can tackle like coffee beans, leaves, sewer sludge, paper sludge. And again, the reaction is almost the same conditions, 180 degrees Celsius. We don't use any solvent. And the catalyst itself, we don't use any precious metals. It's like normal metals that we can use for the reaction. And in this case, from organic waste, we get mainly hydrogen or CO, which is carbon monoxide. So if we synthesize both hydrogen and CO, we can make SAF, sustainable aviation fuel, or a bio diesel or bio engine, so for a biofuel. The current challenge for biofuel or SAF is that the other companies, mainly in Americas, use they compete with food. They take the corn, starch, and so on, that competing with the food. But our case, we don't use any food, but we just use waste or organic waste, which otherwise put on the landfills. We have mainly 3 business models. We can have joint venture with a large company for chemical recycling facilities, but also we can provide our licensing based on the patents or manufacture catalyst, which talks the core technology on this chemical recycling processes. The market is growing. We are receiving a lot of inquiries from chemical companies, oil and gas, energy companies, but also the companies that emit have a lot of plastic waste. For example, like sportswears, wire and cables, also PVC, which is from medical plastic waste, and multi-layered plastic waste from automobile industry as well. We are testing right now at a few 100-liter scale, and soon we are testing a few ton scales, so that we are seeing some commercialization within a few years. We are working with a couple of reactor manufacturers, and actually more than 10 chemical companies in Japan, in Europe, US, and in Asia. We got awarded a couple of foundation on the plastic and waste, competitions such as from Alliance to End the Plastic Waste, Solar Impulse Foundation, and Cleantech in the UK. We have around 30 members. We have bases in Kyoto, Keihanna. We have a laboratory in Keihanna. We have offices in Tokyo, Luxembourg, in the UK, in Cambridge, and are mainly chemical engineers or material science. So actually, not only on catalysts for plastic waste but organic waste, but also we have, as I mentioned, we have two different technologies. Mainly one in the middle is the technology for carbon capture. So we can capture CO2 inside in the buildings and turn them into glass or cement that we can mix with. And we already have a couple of contracts in Asia and in Europe that emit the CO2 in their offices, like commercial buildings, but also that sell glass products such as perfumes or the like bottles for alcohol, like a beer and wine. We also have technology in the bottom that the digest organic waste, and we can make methane for energy generation or generation of the heat on site instead of large capacity of digestion. So our clients are mainly that the companies that own the buildings or emit organic waste, such as from food factories and so on. So if you are interested, I'm happy to answer your questions or discuss a little bit more detail about these three technologies. Our next funding round is gonna be mid or end next year. So we still have time, and happy to discuss a little bit more details. And also for the companies that have some waste, both for plastic and organic waste, and happy to discuss for new way of recycling. Yes, that's all, and thank you, and happy to answer your questions, Darren.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Kubo. Now, here we can take questions, and sorry that I should have mentioned earlier, but if you're joining online, please use the function, Q&A function of the Zoom for raising your question. Here we can take your questions, even though it is submitted throughout Zoom online. Also, from the venue, if you have any question, we're happy to take them. ご参加の方でご質問おありの方いらっしゃいます
Does anybody have
でしょう
any
か
questions?
Sorry, however, it is reaching out to 4:30. Almost the time is to move on to the next presentation. But are there any questions? No. If not, please kindly visit the booth behind this stage. So each of the presenter will be available in this venue throughout the event to make some demos or answer your questions within here. So if you're joining on site, please kindly visit the booth afterward. So thank you very much, Mr. Kubo, again. Then we would like to move on to the second company pitching. The second company is E-ThermoGentek, Mr. Arjun Menon, the sales division, market development department. Right, now we are switching the presentation. All right, now it's here. All right, Mr. Menon, please begin your presentation. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Imagine a world where waste heat is no longer wasted. Hi all, my name is Arjun Menon and I represent E-ThermoGentek, a company that manufactures standalone power supplies that recovers energy from low temperature waste heat. So do you know that almost 60% of the primary energy that is utilized in the world is wasted as heat, and almost 75% of which is low temperature waste heat, which is below 300 degrees Celsius. This is almost equal to the annual energy consumption in Japan, and this exacerbates global warming. So as you know, global warming is a main threat to the society, and we need to find out some alternative energy solutions in order to combat this threat. So presenting to you Flexina, which is world's first ever flexible thermoelectric power generation module. So what is meant by thermoelectricity? So thermoelectricity is a phenomenon of creation of electricity whenever there is a temperature difference between the two surfaces of a semiconductor. So our Flexina is made up of the bismuth telluride semiconductors that are mounted on the flexible substrate. And as the name suggests, Flexina, it is very flexible. So it can be actually mounted or wrapped onto the pipes of any size or shape. So there are many thermoelectric power generation modules available in the market, which are made up of ceramic substances, which are very hard. But since this is our Flexina is actually can be wrapped onto any pipes of any size and shape, it has better heat recovery efficiency. And we have already had the international patent for this flexibility of our product. So the concept is really simple. There are industries, which all the industries creates a lot of waste heat, low temperature waste heat, which our product, which our power supplies will be converting into energy, and that energy will be utilized for supporting the industrial energy demand. So moving on, there are two kinds of power supplies that we manufacture. The first one is for IoT sensors, which can create around microwatts to few milliwatts of energy. So as you know, all the IoT sensors utilizes batteries, and the replacement of the batteries are always a huge hassle. So if in a factory line, if there are thousands of batteries, IoT sensors, and they have batteries, then the replacement is going to be a cumbersome method. So as per the studies, the IoT sensors, the batteries which are having a lifetime of 2 years, the replacement of the battery will cost around $295. And in 10 years, it will be around $1,450. So that's where our product comes into effect. So our product can be mounted on to the exhaust waistline, and from there, it can actually generate the energy, and that energy can be utilized for powering the IoT sensors. So in that way, we can actually eliminate the use of batteries. So we are actually planning to start the selling of our sample by $150. So that will be like 1/10 of the total amount. So we have the motto of install and forget, because once you install our product, you just forget about replacing the batteries, because we are giving a lifetime of 10 years for our product. So $150 for 10 years, and that will be a huge positive. And talking about the high power applications, we are actually doing some POCs with some of the big names in the Japanese industry, and we are doing POCs, and we are planning to generate power supplies which can generate around kilowatts to megawatts of energy that can be an alternative solution for the conventional energy resources. So talking about the market, the thermoelectric harvesting market is going to be exploding to a $6.7 billion market by 2032, and we believe since we have a innovative solution, we'll be able to grab a huge market share. And talking about the business model, we are going to sell our products to B2B to the customers, and right now we have already started selling our samples to customers, and a famous chemical company in Japan has already started using our IoT power supplies, and they were very satisfied with the performance, and they are planning to replace the batteries with our power supply. So that is one kind of business model. So we'll be selling it directly or through sales partner. And at the same time, our product will be assembled into the systems of such as heat exchanger system of our joint collaborators. And that will be sold to the customer as a system. So in that way, we are thinking that the market will be broad, because we are actually partnering with some of the main names in Japanese industry. Talking about the competitive analysis, as I mentioned before, it's there is no battery replacement, and hence it's free from the EU battery regulations. And unlike the steam turbines or wind turbines, it is not having any kind of moving parts. So it is having low maintenance cost, and you can create energy locally and you can use it locally. So it's kind of a local powerhouse. Whenever there is a temperature difference, you can create energy. So it's a local powerhouse. So that is another advantage. And you can recover energy from low temperatures since it's flexible. So it has an excellent cost performance ratio as well. And we already have more than 40 customers, and there are 10 new teams that are jointly developed with major companies. And there are we have 5 international patents and 11 Japanese patents. And our investors and joint collaborators are Ineos, Realtek, Toyota, Gyosei, Anna, Diazebra, to name a few. And talking about our target milestones, we are planning to start our mass production of standalone power supplies by 2024, this financial year, and the mass production of high power energy application power supplies by 2025-27, and we are planning an IPO by 2028. And our revenue projections be for the 2027 being 22 million net revenue with a net profit of 4.7 million. And talking about our team, Dr. Shutaru Nambu, who is our chairman, and he is a pioneer in the semiconductor field, and he worked in Panasonic in the semiconductor field, and he is a nucleus behind the device of gallium arsenide semiconductor that is utilized in the most modern smartphone culture. And our CEO is Mr. Michio Okajima, who also held some technical and managerial positions in Panasonic. And we have an excellent core team, which consists of Panasonic alumni as well. And together we have an experience of over 100 years. And today we are looking for a funding of $3.5 million, which will be utilized for stabilization of our management base, for strengthening our overseas sales system, and for building mass production and for new hires. So we are also looking for the collaborations and POCs as well. So thank you so much for your time, and join us in creating a sustainable society and a greener future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, E-ThermoGentek, Mr. Menon. And now we would like to receive the questions, if available, both by online or both at the venue. Please raise your hand if you have any question. Well, as mentioned earlier again, there's a booth upstairs at the venue. So if you're joining on site, please feel free to visit the booth and raise the questions. Right. If there is no one who would like to raise a question, all right, then we would like to move on to the next speaker. So again, thank you very much, Mr. Menon. Right. Next, all right, we are now switching the stage. Please hold on a while. All right, the third company is X Fusion. The speaker is CEO, Mr. Kazuki Matsuo. Right, now the slides are ready. Thank you very much. So, Mr. Matsuo, please take your stage. Thank you.
Thanks for the introduction. So my name is Kazuki Matsuo, CEO and co-founder of X Fusion. So Xfusion is like a laser fusion company based in Osaka. So we aim to electricity by 2030 and also a gigawatt class by 2040. So actually, there are many issues in the world today, but the one of the most issue is like a decarbonization challenge. So by 2050, so we need the 6 terawatt of the, we needed replacing the 6 terawatt of the energy. So by 2050 to achieve the decarbonization. So of course, like wind and solar energy is like very good energy resource, but still we need the large amount of the energy. So laser fusion can supply such energy. So with the with decarbonization. So if the laser fusion will supply half of global energy supply, making such company as the world's most valuable company. So we aim to become such a company. So first, I will explain about what is a laser fusion. So first, as you can see, that it's like time is left to the right. So first, we prepare the deuterium and tritium. It's like a hydrogen isotope. It's an ice ball. That's very small. It's just a 3 millimeter diameter. So we compress using the nanosecond pulse laser to compressing this fuel. And after that, we using the picosecond pulse laser to heat it up. In this case, the fuel become a high dense and also high temperature. Then a nuclear fusion is occur. After the nuclear fusion occur, the fuel emitting the neutron, and we capture the neutron using the cold blanket. It's kind of liquid metal wall, and converting to the heat, and the heat converted to the electricity. So in this process, we do not have no CO2 emission, and actually the abundant energy resource, and no meltdown, and on-demand power. So that's why many people think that fusion is kind of the ideal energy source for the future. So this is our path to the laser fusion power. So of course, we are startup, so we need to build a small scale to the large scale. So first, we aim to actually we already have the own facility in Hamamatsu. So actually, we built it in 2023. So and this facility mainly focus on the continuous operation of the laser fusion reactor. So which means that we prepare the high repetition laser system and also laser iming system and also target injection system. Because like to achieve the laser fusion reactor, commercial laser fusion reactor, so we needed to operate this reaction at 10 Hertz. 10 Hertz means 10 shots per second. In this case, we needed to inject in the target 10 Hertz repetition rate, and also we aim to this target to using the laser at 10 Hertz. So our first, the milestone is like a continuous operation of the laser reactor, and actually it's done. So now we try to move to the continuous neutron demonstration. So which means like we try to prepare the more high power laser system. And if we use a high power laser system, we can get the continuous neutron. And after that, we need to building a more high power laser system, and also we installing the blanket. Then we can demonstration of the power generation at 2030. So after that, if we can build the large number of the laser, then we can get the gigawatt class of the reactor 2040. So this is kind of the Xfusion's unique selling point. So Xfusion is focused on the in and out around the reaction chamber, especially laser beam and laser beam control, and also fuel target injector and fast wall blanket. So actually there are many things here, but I will try to explain about that. So as you can see, the first, of course, we need the laser because we are laser fusion. So in the laser fusion, we need a nanosecond pulse laser system. So actually, it is easy to build the high energy laser, just high energy. But the problem is like we need the high energy plus high repetition rate of the laser, which means a high power laser system. So because like we needed to create such a condition more than 10 Hertz, which means like a repetition rate should be more than 10 Hertz. So and also, we need the beam controlling system. So because our target is just 3 millimeter, So we needed to aim this 3 millimeter ball from the more than 10 meter far from the target system. So actually, it's very difficult to aim to the laser, aim to such a small target. And also, target injector is very important because we also need to inject the target at 10 Hertz ratio, and the velocity of the target 100 meter per second is very high speed. So we needed to inject in the high repetition rate using such a coil gun injector. So after the fusion occur, I say that a neutron is emitting, that the neutron is captured by the liquid metal wall. So we made this system using the lithium lead. So we collaborate with the Tokyo Tech University to making such a lithium lead with high purity. So we have such a component, and we try to integrate all system. And the small system is in Hamamatsu now, and we hope to build the more bigger integrated system in the future, in near future. So this is kind of the technological mode. So we, of course, we build a laser and laser beam control and liquid metal and also reactor design here. So we try to integrate all components as a one system. So one other thing is the uniqueness is a method of the laser fusion, because 2022, so actually the laser fusion reached a break even. Break even means the installing the energy and also output is same, more than output. So we already achieved such a condition, but problem is we need the very high energy source for the input. But our method called the fast ignition, 10 times higher efficiency. And we already wrote some of the paper in the physical review letter, so 2020 and 21. And also DOE, so US government mentioned that this cited that my paper, so in their reference. So actually, this is a PDF, so I can show the movie, but so this is kind of the demonstration of the our continuous the creation of the laser plasma. So as you can see here, very small tiny spot here. So actually this is kind of the plasma. So we injecting the target from the outside, and we aim to the laser system to this small piece, and we creating the plasma. And we succeeded to this creation with repetition rate of more than 10 Hertz. So right now, so we need to build the more high power laser to get a continuous neutron emission. So anyway, this is a team. So I'm is CEO, and also CTO is coming from the GPI, which is like a private university in Japan. And also there are many talented researchers almost in Japan. And also we have the partner in the globally, so like UC San Diego or UC Berkeley, or some other party here. So finally, so laser fusion is unleashing infinite energy for humanity. So the human history is kind of the conversion of the energy, the heat and steam, electricity, and now we can get the light, laser. So laser fusion is kind of the creating the heat using the laser. So if we can get such a the energy source, so I think it's we can save the humanity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Matsuo. Samely, we are accepting the questions here. So if you have any questions from the floor, please kindly raise your hand and ask any question to Mr. Matsuo. Maybe not. All right, no questions throughout online as well. Okay, thank you very much. Please visit the booth after this presentation. Thank you very much, Mr. Matsuo, again. Now we would like to move on to the fourth company, which is the final presentation of the first session. After this fourth presentation, we are having a short break. All right, the fourth speaker is Mr. Koryu Kawatani, the CEO of Innovare. Please wait for a while before we prepare the presentation. All right, Mr. Kawatani, the floor is yours. Please begin your presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here and introduce their business called Unlocking the New Carbon Neutral Biomass Material. So actually, I believe you are so excited to hear the good advantages, the 3 startups so far. Actually, from now on, I will explain about the business in Thailand or other ASEAN countries. So let me explain first. This slide shows what we want to achieve. The left picture shows the rubber plantation in Thailand, Indonesia, and other ASEAN countries, and they produce the raw material for rubber products. Once we look at the ground, we can find these natural rubber seeds, and these seeds are generated around 1 million tons annually, but those seeds are not collected so far. So because there are no application by these seeds, but these seeds contains valuable products like a vegetable oil or lignin or like that. So we want to, we would like to create the new biomass market with this rubber seed. So background of our business is industrial challenges. This budget shows the annual biofuel production volume. So you can see that the biofuel market will expand to approximately $96.7 billion in 2027. On the other hand, this line chart shows the supply share of used cooking oil and animal fats. Those materials are common raw materials for biofuels. And this supply share will reach almost the upper limits around 2026. So it causes the avoidance of the carbon neutrality, realizing carbon neutrality. So to solve such kind of the industrial challenges, we supply the rubber seed oil as a new biofuel feedstock. So originally, we tried to make the valuable products from rubber seed as a biorefinery process for making this biochar or biodiesel or biomethane as a energy purpose. But through the discussion with our potential users, we are aware that they need the rubber seed oil as their raw material. So we decided to change our business directions to supply the rubber seed oil itself. The market size is our target. The market is the global biofuel market, and it's already achieved $64.8 billion in 2022, and we estimated the market by rubber seed oil will be the $990 million. So we will get the half share in the future as a $495 million. Actually, the characteristics of the rubber seed oil itself is almost similar with the other vegetable oil, like a palm oil or like that. But it means it is easy to apply for users without any modification their facilities. And also, there are another 2 benefits. The first benefit is this rubber seed is unutilized so far. So this means that we have the novelty and additionality as new second generation feedstock. And also the second one is the lower risk of land use change, usually happen in palm industries. On the other hand, we have the 2 disadvantages. The first one is that these natural rubber seeds spread widely and thinly. So we need to improve how to collect the seeds effectively. And also there are no supply chain. So we need to build the supply chain from the scratch. But actually, these disadvantages will make us more uniqueness business model. So now we are striving to create such another new uniqueness. And by changing our business directions, we got the many paid sample requests from Japan, including the Zaklos. This is the Japanese company, and also the 2 European agencies. So, and also now we are looking for the new partner in United States as well. And our business model itself is very simple. That is B2B. So we will procure the raw material from farmers, and we will make the rubber seed oil and sell them to biodiesel fuel manufacturer and bioplastic manufacturers. So honestly, as I explained the beginning, we will make these products in Thailand and sell our products to Japan, Europe, and the North American companies. So recently, I and Miss Japan will conduct our R&D and also business development in Thai. So far, we couldn't have any place for R&D purpose because we don't set up the local companies. But recently, we got some place for our R&D in the Thailand National Institute areas. So we can accelerate our R&D and also the business establishment through agile and flexible verification. Also, in the aspect of the medium and long-term business development, we will expand our business in Indonesia. And also we will make another new business by supporting the rubber plantation farmers' sustainability with farmers. Of course, we consider the ESG aspects to proceed our business collectively. And our vision is succeeding the blue earth to the future with green technologies. So in addition to natural rubber, the Innovare will also continue to search for and put into practical use new bio-based raw materials. So currently, we are raising the fund as seed round. So if there are any investors to collaborate with us, please let me know, really. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kawatani. So samely, it's Q&A time. And sorry that I should have mentioned that you may, of course, raise a question in Japanese as well. So you don't necessarily have to raise the question in English. というのを、英語で言うのではなくて、もう一度、日本語でも申します。ご質問、フロアから受け付けしておりまして、日本語でも当
So
然、
let me just repeat that in Japanese. You can ask a question in Japanese. We have interpreters, so you can ask questions either in English or Japanese. Any questions here or from online members? Anyone, please?
では、恐れ入ります。ちょうど5時、17時ということでございまして、
Okay, so it is 5 p.m. at the moment. We are right on time. So we would like to conclude the 4 presentations.
Now it's 5 p.m. So we've concluded the first session, the 4 pitches of the 4 companies. Now we are having the 10 minutes short break from here and resuming at 10 past 5. If you're leaving here, please kindly cooperate answering the survey. We may announce how to answer it throughout the chat box in the Zoom function. And as well, you may access the survey by the QR code noted in this slide. Also, if you're joining online, if you would exit the Zoom, then the survey would automatically pop up so you can reach out to that. And again, we are having the next 2 pitches from 10 past 5 after the 10 minutes short break. During this break time, please feel free to visit the booth behind the stage if you're joining on site. You may find the maps of the each companies as posted in this slide at the stage. So please go upstairs and then visit each booth if you want to talk with the company. Also, there the one-stop support center booth is available just next to the entrance, the event office, the reception. So if you have any questions regarding your business expansions into Osaka, please ask the staff there as well. All right, so we would resume this event at 5:10, so please take a short break. Thank you. All right, we are about to restart the event, so please come back to your seat. And before beginning, we would re-announce the logistics here. So again, this event is held by English. However, from here, the presentation next pitches are made by Japanese. So if you're using the Zoom's translation function and would like to keep on hearing this event in English, please kindly use the translation function since the next two presentations will be conducted in Japanese. And again, once again, we are welcome for the Q&As for the presenters of the pitches. And you may either raise your hand if you are joining on site or use the functions of the Zoom. And again, we are welcome receiving the questions either in Japanese or English. So please use whenever convenient for you. ご質問、各ピッチの後は、日本語
Questions can be both English or Japanese, so please do not hesitate to share your questions.
Next, you may access the materials, the presentations of each pitches by accessing to the Google Drive here. So please kindly utilize it as for your reference. And once again, we are having the survey, so please kindly cooperate with that survey when you're leaving this event. All right, now it's 5:10, and would like to move on to the next two presentations, two pitches by the Kansai Osaka's startup. And as noted earlier at the beginning, the pitches number 6, Elcyo, would be shifted to 5:40, and the presentation would be made in English. So for the second part of this session, we are having two presenters, number 5, the Komi Hakko, and number 7, the Thinker. Those two companies are making the presentations in Japanese. All right, so we would like to move on to the pitches by Komi Hakko. The speaker is Technical Advisor, Mr. Kenji Tatematsu. Komi Hakko 社によるプレゼンテーションです。Again, this is the Japanese presentation, so please use the translation function if you are to keep on listening to the English voices of the presentation. では、ここからは、日本語のプレゼンテーション2社でございます。
Okay, so two companies will provide the presentations in Japanese. Mr. Tatematsu, over to you.
よろしくお願いいたします。
Good afternoon, everyone.
私たちは、大阪発ベンチャーの
We are the venture company started from Osaka. We digitize sense.
まず最初に、
First off, I would like to play 3 minutes video. This is a promotion video.
If every person in the world can share sense instantaneously, we can change how the world interacts with 1 out of 5 basic senses. Komi Hakko's technology for measuring and describing odor allows any sense that humans senses to be converted into digital data. Quantification of various chemicals and natural scents are documented in a database. Floral and fruit scents, smells of ocean, tourist destinations, event venues. Any sense can be recreated from the database. Using the large numbers of different scents stored in the database, performing mathematical optimization can recreate scents through the combinations of several chemicals. However, this mathematical optimization is very complicated. With classical computer, it takes more than 100 hours to find a combination of chemicals for one scent from a set of 1,000 candidates. On the other hand, the coherent Ising machine, Lazole, implemented by NTT, can complete the process in a few seconds, even with an expanded candidate chemical pool of 8,000. This will allow for real-time scent reconstruction in preparation for instantaneous digital transfer. When two different sets of the mixture of odor compounds share the same odorant receptors, people perceive them as the same scent. Computation optimization of reconstruction by Lazole can make the response curves for the original scent and mimicking compounds be the same. To distribute the information obtained from the mathematical optimization, it is converted into digital data and transferred to a diffuser that reproduces the scent. Now we can share the scents with others throughout the day, as well as users in the virtual space. Or we can share scents in remote locations. In concerts or movies played in theaters, scents can be released from a diffuser during different scenes. Productions with scent become possible, and the experience will be more immersive. Televisions can produce scent. TVs can be equipped with a diffuser, allowing for the transfer of scents to the viewers, corresponding to the show being viewed. Olfactory services can be added to audio and visual streaming content platforms. Our technology is unique and leapfrogs others in the world of scent production.
So
it was a promotion video of our company. Now I'd like to move on to the explanation of the technical side. We managed to digitize the scents with high accuracy the first time in the world. Basically, we created the olfactory receptor, and then we used a cell which is similar to the people's olfactory reactor. The chart I'm showing right now, like you can see it, this shows the glass glit with 50 millimeters longs, and 400 types of molecules are included. By doing this, we can reflect scents here. As a result, we can access the numerical data. With this technology to digitize scents, we can record the scents accurately and what kind of compounds are required to recreate the original scents. When we recreate the scents, the compound which were not included in the original scents are used to recreate the same scents. That is our strength. The compounds which are not included in the originals are used like inexpensive compound or intoxic compounds are used to recreate the original scents. That's our strength.
匂いの再現の方法。
So how do we
コンセプト
reproduce the
です。
scent?
まず、例えばローズ
For
の匂い
example,
ですと、
when we try and
ロー
reproduce
ズ
the
の
scent of
匂いを
roses,
数字にします。
first we
そして
digitize the
い
scent
ろ
of
んな化合
rose,
物の匂い
and
も
then
数値化して、
scents of
データベー
various
スとして
compounds are
弊社
also
では
digitized, and
デ
we
ータを
store
蓄
them
積
as
して
a
います。
database.
そうしますと、
As a result,
元のオリジナルの匂いをさまざまな化合物を混ぜ
with
て再
various
現するという
different
こ
types
と
of
が可能
compounds,
にな
we
り
can
ます。
reproduce the original scent.
で、ここまで棒グラフでデータをお見せしてき
I
ました
showed
け
you
ど
the
も、
bar
実
chart,
際は時間軸を持ったデータ
but
が得ら
in
れます。
reality, we can gain the
で、
data
時間
with
軸を持っ
times.
たデータで、オリジナルの
With this
匂い
data
の
with
データと
times,
同じように
we
なるよう
can
に化合
reproduce
物を
the
混ぜ
same
る
scent
という
as
の
the
は
original
非常
scent.
に計算が
In order
量が
to do
多いで
that,
す。
mixing compounds, we need to do a lot of calculations.
で、先ほどのビデオにありましたように、ラゾル
Like
ブ
you saw
と
in
い
the
うファイル
video,
を NTT さんと一緒に使
we
わせてい
use
た
the
だいて
machine called
計算を
Lazov,
行っております。
developed by NTT,
で、
and this
弊
is
社で
how
は
we calculate.
まず純粋な化合物
First,
を数千
we
測っ
measure
てデ
a
ー
couple
タ
of
ベースに
thousand
格納す
pure
るという作業を行
compounds
ってい
and
ます。
store them in
ま
the
た
storage,
数百の
and a
えー
couple of hundred
天然の物質や環
natural
境の匂いもデータベー
materials
スに取り込む
and
とい
natural
う作
scents
業を
are
進めていま
also
す。で、これら
stored
の
in the
デ
database.
ータを用いることによって
By using this data,
匂いの転送が可能と
we
なり
can
ます。
transfer the scent.
この匂いのデータセットをラゾルブで計算して、
Lazov can
匂い
calculate
の
the data set of the scent,
転送するためのデータに変換します。
and it can be
そし
converted
て
to the data to
い
transfer.
ろんなところで匂い
As a
を再
result,
現し
we
て、い
can
ろんな用途
reproduce the
で
scents at
匂いを
various
再
places
現し
for
たものを
various
使うと
purposes.
いうことを目指しています。
That's what we are trying to achieve.
で、今目指しているところは、40から50の
Here's what we
異
are
なる
trying to achieve.
要素の匂いを
40 to 50 different elemental
いろんな濃
scents
度で混ぜる
can
作業
be
です。
mixed up
で、
with
こ
different
のディフュー
levels
ザー、
of
これをディ
density,
フューザーと呼んでいます
and
が、
that's what we
こ
call
のディフューザーがあれ
as
ば、
diffuser.
い
With
ろ
this
んな匂い
diffuser,
をその場で生成することがで
we
き
can
ます。
reproduce various types of scents with this diffuser.
そして、この私どもとしたの技術、匂いを数値化する技術と
We have a
ディフューザーを
technology
組み
to
合わせることによ
digitize
って、
scents, and we can use
遠隔
diffuser
地へ
with
で
this
の匂い
technology.
の
As
再
a
現
result,
と、
we can
バー
reproduce
チャ
the
ルスペースで
scents
の
at the
匂い
remote
再
place
構成
as well
がで
as
きる
virtual
という
space.
のが私どもの強み
That
で目指
is
すとこ
our
ろです。
strength, and that's what we are trying to
これ
achieve.
により
By
匂い
doing this,
産業においてデ
in
ジ
the
タル化
scent
を進めてい
industry,
きます。
we can promote
そして
digitization.
本日は、ブースの方でディフューザーのデモ
Today,
機を、
we
展示してお
brought
りますので、
the
後で
demonstration
い
machine
ら
of the
していただけれ
diffuser.
ば
We
幸
wrote
い
it
で
at
す。
our booth, so please visit us.
あ、以上です。ありがとうございました。
Thank you very much.
はい、ありがとうございました。では、
Thank you for your presentation.
また質問をお受け付けをいたします。
Does anybody have any
Thank you very much.
questions?
So, we are receiving the Q&A here. Yeah, once again, the questions could be raised either in Japanese or English. Yeah, those who are joining online, please feel free to drop a question. If not, では、ありがとうございます。では、お願いいたします。
Hi. May I ask a simple question? What's the business model for this project? Has been it's like selling the products or?
ありがとうございます。ビジネスモデルについての、ご質問
This
という
is
と
a
ころで、
question about business model. So now your company has analysis technology. So to what clients you are going to sell? So what is a model to have profitability? Like how do you sell the products to what kind of clients?
簡単に言いますと、
Well, in
匂
short,
いのデータベースでのビジネスで、
our business is based on the sense data. So it's similar to Google. For example, in Google Map, there is a map, and then various business partners are linked to the map. But in our case, we are creating the map of sense. Thank you. So like you mentioned in the presentation, the company digitizes the sense. So the data, like how the data can be used in what type of situation in the society?
視覚、例えば建
For
築物
example,
も私たちは視覚の産業だと考えています。
we
で、匂い
think buildings are the industry relates to the vision, and we can smell things anywhere. In that sense, there are our business, our business chances are everywhere. Okay, thank you very much. If you have more questions, you can visit the booth. We heard that the company brought the diffuser, so you can visit the booth.
To see the products and ask further questions. All right, thank you very much again. Thank you very much. We received further questions for Komi Hakko throughout online. However, due to the time constraints, we would like to answer those via email after this event. And if you're joining on site, please visit the booth to ask further questions. Right, as noted earlier, the presentation of the company number six is Elcyo, and it is would be presented by English and starts at 5:40. So we are jumping on to number 7, Thinker. The speaker is the Chief Technology Officer, Mr. Motoki Nakano. Right, Mr. Nakano, the floor is yours. Please come up to the stage. Now we are preparing the slides. Right, here is the presentation of Mr. Nakano, the thinker. Thank you very much. Please begin.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I am from Thinker. I am the CTO. My name is Nakano. Nice to meet everyone. So our company, we have started from Osaka University, and we are a startup company. What is our main product? It is the pre-touch sensor. We use the sensor, and we want to create innovation for the robot hands. That is our mission. And this is the introduction of our company. I am the CTO, and the solution was owned by Koyama-san, who is from Osaka University. So he had, this new sensor that he was researching for the past 10 years, this new pre-touch sensor. And we decided that we should implement it into the market, and that's the purpose of this company establishment. So what is this pre-touch sensor is what I want to explain next. So our sensor, so in short, it is an IR sensor, one type of it. And it will be attached to the finger of the robot, and will be able to dispatch the IR from it, and will be able to automatically understand the 3D positioning in the environment. It can automatically track the environment. So usually these kind of robots are used with cameras, which means that it will look at the camera and using their vision to figure out where it is and what condition it is in. But if we use cameras, it will bring up the price and the cost. And also there are dead spots too, if it's a camera. So we want to have eyes on the tip of the finger. And by doing that, we want to really confirm the location of the object. By doing that, we can reduce the cost of the camera. And also the personal cost when the engineers can be reduced as well. So the cost overall is going to be extremely low. So this sensor, how do we produce it? So we have the IR sensor, and we use it by combining with Edge AI. And we measure not just the distance with the object, but we also are able to identify the posture or the angle of the object. And one more thing of the sensor, which is very good, if it's a camera, so glass, for example, or for mirror-like objects, there's reflection. And it might have depth because it's transparent. And it might kind of identify what's behind the, for example, the glass. But in our case, the IR, the reflection rate is being learned by this AI, so it will not be impacted by those factors. And also this robot hand, the sensor will be mounted inside the robot hand. If we can do that, it can be like acting like a human being's hand. And if you can go to the video on the right-hand side, so this is sausages. And the robots, they don't know where the sausages are placed in what kind of way. By using their finger, just using their senses, it will look for it and it can pick it perfectly like this. And you can see that it's making fine tuning. And the fingertips are very soft for this robot. So if it bumps into something, it's not going to damage the robot or it's not going to damage the customer product. That risk is going to be minimized. So when we say robot, usually you have an image that probably the fingers are very hard, but we want to have very soft type fingers. For example, if you look for your smartphone in your pocket, you don't need to look right in your pocket. You can just do it with your senses. When you look for coins in your pocket, and if you just want to grab one, you can do it. So we will have the same kind of sensor for these robots. And by using this hand, so for example, in the manufacturing side, when you want to do factory automation, and you'll be able to grab things, and also you'll be able to grab things in daily life as well. So that means that you will be using your eye less. Because in the robot environment right now, the AI is being used more and more. But the conventional type of AI, it is trying to raise the intelligence part just like a human being. But in our case, it's not that direction. We're trying to we're trying to come with like the spine reaction or the very basics of human beings or animals. We want them to have the senses, and to achieve the senses, we want the robots to be able to really sense with their fingertips. So why do we have to do such thing? What is the mission for our company? So if you think about the robots, there's many in a manufacturing site like this, but actually it's not used in an ideal way. They're not that smart yet. They're good in doing simple work repeatedly, and that's the way we use the robots today. But if you go to the actual site, in order for the robots to do what they have to do, so the human beings need to be there to prepare. So for example, so if you go to restaurants, sometimes the robots carry the dishes or the plates to the customers, but the human being needs to place it on the robot and the customer needs to take it off the robot. So it's really limited on what the robots themselves can do. The reason is intelligence was lacking at the robots. Some people say that, but we don't think it that way. I think what we want to make the robots do is different. So we need to make sure that they don't follow just a standard pattern. We need to make sure that the robots will be able to deal with the regular cases in daily life, like glass, mirrors. For example, if you look at it for the first time, it might be difficult to handle, but the robots will be able to learn based on human being experience. And therefore, at the end, they'll be able to substitute a human being and do what human beings will actually be doing. And if we use these kind of robots, for example, so these are quail eggs. No camera is used again. So this hand is just looking for one egg and just grabbing a single egg like that. So the movement seems to be like an animal, but this is what we're really strong in. So it's very soft. You can grab it. And sometimes if you try to grab it, maybe it will just, escape from the hand if it's very slippery, but you'll be still able to grab it like this. The finger will be thinking, and this is the hand that we want to create with thinking fingers. And by using these hands, we want to do factory automation. And after that, we want to go into the manufacturing of food, which is very difficult. And the last step we are thinking about is home robots. And sorry for extending the time, but that is it for the thinker presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nakano. Right, we may have a short time that can accept the question. Are there anyone who would like to raise question? ご質問のある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか？オンラインからの皆様もいかがでしょうか？
Anyone from online are welcome as well.
よろしいでしょうか？そうしましたら改めまして中野様
Okay,
ありがとうございま
then
した。
no
Thank you
questions. Thank you
very
very
much,
much.
Mr. Nakano. Again, here, so we would like to take a break since these two are the presentations made in Japanese. We are going back to the English presentations after the short break. We would restart this event at 5:40. So please take a short break or visit the booth of each company if you have any question or exchange business cards, etc. Again, if you're leaving, please cooperate with answering the survey. So we are restarting at 5:40. Thank you very much. All right, now we would like to restart the event. So before we are coming to the final four companies pitches, here's the announcement for the logistics again. So from now, we are having the four companies as shown in the timetable. So number 6, Elcyo, has moved to here since they're giving their pitches in English. So number 6, Elcyo, comes first, then followed by number 8, 9, and 10. Those four companies are giving the presentations, pitches in English as for the last batches out of 10 companies. Right, again, announcements here again. So firstly, you may access the translation function by using the Zoom. Even if you're joining from the venue, please use the Zoom function. And next, here, you may raise the question by Q&A function. And again, you may either raise your question in Japanese or English. Next, you may reach out to the materials. You may have an access to each company's presentations, including those already made the presentations prior. So please access this Google Drive for reaching out to the materials. Lastly, please kindly cooperate with answering the survey when you're exiting this event. And this has a function to apply for the individual business meetings as well. So if you are interested in making the one-to-one business meetings after this event, please tell us by using this survey, since we can connect you with the presented pitched companies. All right, now we are moving to the final four companies. And here again, number 6, Elcyo, has been moved to here. So now we are preparing the presentation. The speaker is CEO Mr. Lee of Elcyo. Please wait for a while during we are changing the screen to the presentation. Please wait for a while and please come back to the seat. Kindly come back to the seat. Yeah, we are setting the screen, so please wait for a while. Again, the speaker is Elcyo CEO, Miss Sunri Lee. And now here, the presentation is ready. Mr. Lee, please take your stage.
Okay. Hi, I'm Lee, CEO of Elcyo. We are developing special autofocal lens-mounted eyeglasses, which changes to Sweet View. In fact, vision and the way people see can differ greatly from person to person. It's important to detect visual impairments early and properly correct them before they become serious. There are people who are unable to tell their doctors about their own vision and diseases, or who are unable to participate in a medical interview at all. I realized that it's important to create a future where eye treatment is possible whether a person is aware of disease or not. I'd like to terminate the current situation where some people become blind without even noticing it. Our company will create a world where people don't have to focus lens to match some object, but instead lens automatically adjusts to your eyes and changes the way people see. This lens can be installed in glasses, smartphones, and also computers. First, we are aiming for a future where the liquid crystal lens installed in glasses can accurately sense the eye's health and change the way people see to prevent serious problems. So our lens combine with eye sensing and AI to optimize visions in real time. For example, your nearsightedness or farsightedness may be getting worse, and your eyes may be too tired, or you may be worried about your child's eye because they play a lot of games. By wearing our glasses, you can protect these eyes from such symptoms and worries. All you need is just buying our glasses. So we are a startup originating from the Osaka University Graduate School of Engineering. Our vision is to enable everyone to see whether they are currently struggling with vision or want to see new things they've never seen before. Currently, the company is run by two executives, the CEO and CTO. When I was a student, I met a child who suffered from childhood amblyopia and intellectual disability. And I wanted to provide her with treatment without anxiety using autofocal glasses. After carrying out research at Osaka University, I founded the company. So our core technology, liquid crystal lens, is a world-first lens with a wide range of tunable power, large aperture, and lightweight and thin features, making them the next generation of electric devices. We have obtained more than 10 families of patents for this. So our lens is made of liquid crystal sealed in substrate with patterned transparent semiconductor. As shown in the video,
changing the condition of electricity changes the arrangement of liquid crystal and then refractive index of light at the same time. So you can freely change the lens power with a single lens. So we are developing eyewear products equipped with these liquid crystal lenses. These are autofocal glasses that automatically adjust the focus to match what you are looking at. So you can go about your daily life with just one pair of these glasses without having to carry around multiple pairs of glasses. And even when your presbyopia rapidly progresses, you can change the prescription and use them to suit your needs at any time. So by adjusting the prescription and training your eyes, you can eliminate your eye fatigue and improve your eye health. So this is a demo movie of the prototype. In this video, as the lens power changes, the image become larger. And as you can see, the power changes instantaneously for both near and far objects. So this is an image of a distance measuring autofocal glasses with different design from the prototype, which should be completed very soon. The frame also has a button to change the strength of the eyeglasses, so they can also be switched to manual variable mode. So tuning and mode switching are also possible using a dedicated application. So I want to talk about the initial target of these glasses and lenses. This photo shows all glasses a person with presbyopia has worn in one day. And we can see that the correction is not working very well. So with aging, the eyes become less able to adjust focus. And so it becomes necessary to change glasses for different purposes. So also, seniors have also cataract, and they always need eyeglasses. And this is our business model. And we are a fabless company, so we have formed a manufacturing partnership with a major domestic OEM, and we will outsource the manufacturing of products such as eyewear and lens modules. And our final goal is to make contact lens with wireless power technology evolving. So we aim to start with those with the most severe eye conditions among presbyopic people, and ultimately to prevent and treat eye diseases among younger generations. So after joining next year's CES in Las Vegas and the Kansai Expo, we aim to globally expand our autofocus lens platform that combines lens and AI, and to create new healthcare and medical treatments using big data on eye movement. So we aim for the future where eye diseases can be treated simply by wearing eyeglasses. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lee. All right, we would like to take questions if available. ご質問のある方いらっしゃいますでしょうか? For those joining online, if you have a question, please use the Q&A function. Right, so far we are having no question. All right, then thank you very much again, Ms. Lee. As noted, we are moving to company number 8. So we are having 3 companies remaining. And the next company is Revo Energy, and the speaker is producer global projects, Mr. Hidetaka Sugiyama. Right, please wait for a while before we are preparing the presentation. Again, the next speaker is number 8, the Revo Energy. All right, Mr. Sugiyama, okay, please take your stage. All right, please begin your presentation.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming today. Everyone seems tired, right? I know, so many information, so many presentations, no doubt. But don't worry, easy listening time starts now. But yet, very profitable information, I guarantee. We are Revo Energy. We present decarbonization by self-sufficiency. What is that? What is renewable energy that is constantly replenished and never depleted? Meaning the energy be able to make continuously on and on, and it never ended. Now, what is a biodiesel fuel? That is similar to diesel oil and refined from a wasted oil and other oils, and greener. That is a keyword of today. So we need a renewable biodiesel fuel by self-sufficient with raw materials. How to make it? We successfully achieved innovative production method for biodiesel fuel by rice, not to eat, rice to feed for greener culture. Then make a biodiesel fuel. But we had many challenges in the last couple of years. The rice, usually it takes 4 or 5 months to grow, as everyone knows. But we successfully achieved harvesting only 2 months, meaning we have a chance for 6 times harvest. The meaning we have a tons of rice to prepare. Also, culture method. We also successfully increased 90 times in 6 days. Just compare with the normal culture. So we have a biodiesel fuel with no CO2 emissions, and we applied already. So who is the best, or what industry is the best for our technology? That is the transport industry. Because soaring of fuel prices. Yes, the price of oil is getting higher and higher. But if the company used our technology, no fuel cost. B, increase of wage cost. Yes, driver's fee is very expensive. But the company, if they can transfer the fuel cost for driver's fee, oh, that's the best story for budget planning, right? And the C, environmental issues. Of course, everyone has to think about it. So our technology, the fuel self-sufficiency and the decarbonization. Let's take a quick review for transport industry. Overseas, yes, it's huge, about 80 trillion Japanese yen. How about the domestic in Japan? About 16 trillion Japanese yen. Oh, still huge. But we are focusing, or we are targeting, only domestic transport operators who own 11 or more trucks. But still, there are more than 27,000 companies in Japan, and the market size is about 400 billion Japanese yen. How to make it? How to make a biodiesel fuel? This is a platform for our method. Start from the left side. We use renewable energy. We don't use normal electricities. We use solar to grow rice. Then go to the greener culture. Then make a biodiesel fuel. We can do everything in one plant. And we can refill the gas for the trucks in the company in the factory, even in the parking lot, we can do that. So the trucks don't need to go to the gas station. They can refill in the company. This is more details about the self-supporting plant. We already have a blueprint and just installed on the premises, on the company place of the carrier company. That's it. We can do it. Just compare for CO2 emissions, compare with other technologies. Ours are almost zero for CO2, but unfortunately others, light oil, or the wasted oil, biodiesel fuel, those are many CO2. Also, we have a long-term planning. Now we are phase 1. On the top left corner, as I told, we are targeting a transport industry, but also construction companies, small ships, agriculture, of course, and the car dealers. Those are available by just a small plant. But if we build a large plant in the near future, it will be possible to make a bioplastics, large ship like an oil tanker, and the jet plane. Yes, of course, it's possible. Let's compare with other vehicle technologies, such as EV trucks or hydrogen trucks. Oh, those are beautiful, wonderful for science, not for business, because it's very expensive. But our technology actually is not much. So biodiesel fuel are still essential energies. This is our roadmap. We are just in the middle between 2024 and 25. And we start to sell the plant next year. We are Revo Energy, located in Osaka, founded 2 years ago. And our mission is achieving the self-sufficiency in fuel and create a decarbonization society and build a new era to solve the environmental issues. That's our mission. Do we eat rice? Yeah, please go ahead. But we don't. We make a fuel. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr.
I'm sorry, one more thing. I know the red t-shirt gentleman will start to say, hey, have a question? Hey, don't ask me, please. Please go to on the top of the hill. We have a beautiful booth. They brought sample Ugreener and the sample rice, everything. Please visit our booth and talk, please. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sugiyama. So as Mr. Sugiyama suggested, we may skip the Q&A here, and you may just to inform you, about on the behind of the stage, you may find the banner of the Revo Energy at the top of the hill. All right, so please visit their booth after these presentations. Now we are having 2 more pitches, so approximately in 20 minutes time, you may visit the booth after that. All right, so we are moving on to number 9. Then the speaker is CIO, Mr. Kimiaki Washino, and right, we are now preparing the stages. Right, Mr. Washino, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the introduction. And I'm Kimiaki Washino from DENSE Ltd. And we are actually a spin-off company from Osaka University. And the issues we are trying to address is the powder-related problems. Okay? And powder is indispensable in industries, and at the same time, it is a troublemaker. It is a headache. Right? Powder handling is an absolute cornerstone of the SDGs. You know, the more than 50% of industrial products are made of powder, or take a phono powder in the manufacturing processes. And therefore, about 10% of the total energy consumption in the world is related to powder. Okay? You can think of many industries in here which are closely related to the sustainable goals, okay? Sustainable development goals in terms of like energy, and the food, and the health and well-being, and also innovation and infrastructure. They all are related to particles and powders. So powders are very important in this industry, but it is a troublemaker, as I mentioned earlier. And in many processes, the powder is still handled based on trial and errors. Okay? And that is because multiple physical factors are interrelated, and micro-level particle like properties like size, shape, cohesiveness, and everything can actually influence the macroscopic phenomena, macroscopic behavior of powder. Okay? So even slight differences in the conditions of the particles or condition of the operations can have a huge impact on the overall behavior. So for example, here is like a dry particle which are mixed, in a mixer, in a coffee grinder, but there's a small amount of liquid added to the particles, and then they stick to each other, they behave completely differently, right? So that's why it is very difficult to handle, very, very difficult to predict how it's gonna happen, okay? So as someone who are working in the Osaka University and as an academia, right? Then I got many like people from the many various companies, various industries coming to us, and they're asking for help or consultation. Okay? That is how that is a big motivation for us to start this company to solve the problems related to particles and powders. Okay? And how we solve the problems, we use computer simulation. Okay? Computer simulation is a very powerful tool for understanding the phenomena and also optimizing processes. Okay? So it can be used to reduce the cost of the like a process optimization, like the optimization of configuration and the conditions, okay, drastically. And also, if there are some problems in the process, then we can use simulation to help understand why there's a problem, what's going on, right? So we can use simulation to identify the causes and also the proposed solutions. Okay? So it's very useful, but still we have some challenges in utilizing powder simulation in industry. Okay? So let's imagine you're working in a company, and if you want to perform simulations, okay, what do you have to do? First, you have to buy software license, which is very expensive, usually like millions of yens per year. Okay, depending on how many licenses you want, you have to pay more if you need multiple licenses, of course. And the powder simulation is very like computer intensive. So you usually need high performance computers. You cannot just run simulation on the laptop, on your own laptop. You need high performance computer, which allows you to do the parallel computations, okay? Which is very expensive. And then we get, once you get all the environment, computer environment sorted, then you have to set up models. Okay, and then run simulation, you get the result, you have to analyze. Okay? And all these require very advanced know-hows and also knowledge about particle technologies. Okay, so that is a challenge, and this actually prevents the simulation to be used in companies. Okay? And we try to provide a quality granular simulation technology designed by us professionals through cloud computing. So what we want to achieve, here we first make software, okay, and then implement in the cloud system, and then allow the users to access and then run their own simulations. As simple as this. Right. So this is a business. It's a B2B business. And what we want to ultimately achieve is to optimize all powder-related processes by utilizing science-based knowledge. And we want to help create a sustainable and safe and also secure society by using simulations. Okay? And there are 4 services which we are currently providing. The one is the consultation. 2 is the contract analysis. And 3 is the cloud service, and 4 is the digital twins. Okay? Let me talk a bit more about this 3 and 4 in here. So this cloud service business is to provide hardware and also software on a pay-per-use basis, pay-as-you-go, pay-per-use, okay, through the web. Okay, so here you see this like a diagram in here. to explain the concept. Okay? And the benefits for the users, we can lower the initial cost. You don't have to pay the annual license at all. You just access there and then pay as much as you use. Okay? So it's very easy to use. It's very cheap in that sense. Okay? And it can be accessed from anywhere, virtually anywhere in the world. Okay? Because it's a cloud system, we use the AWS, by the way, Amazon AWS. Right. This digital twin business, we create virtual powder manufacturing equipment, which is actually produced by the companies. Okay? So let's say here, this is the equipment produced by the manufacturers. We create a virtual copy of this and put it in the Amazon AWS cloud. Okay? So the people who is actually using this equipment can just go there and run simulation and do some analysis. Okay? It's very easy to use in that sense. They don't have to develop a model. They don't have to set up simulations. It's just there. You just go there and use it. Right? And for this, we need all the detailed geometries and the conditions of these equipment, right? So we have this partnership with all these powder equipment manufacturing companies. Okay? And then currently trying to build these models. I have to admit, this business is not there yet. We are still under development, but we are trying to working hard and try to make it happen in the near future. Okay? Right. Right. So there are three strengths in DENSE. So one is the world's most cutting-edge powder analysis technology here. The second is the automatic creation system of the simulation environment on the cloud. And third is this alliance with the leading powder equipment manufacturers in Japan and mainly in the Kansai region at the moment. Okay? So we are helping the Kansai business and the Kansai economy, I believe. Right. So these are some examples of the our simulation models, which are developed in Osaka University in a research group, and then they are available in DENSE software. Okay? And then these simulations you cannot achieve in any software in the competitors at the moment. Okay? So they are very unique, and only us can do these simulations at the moment. Right. And finally, let me talk a bit about our teams. Here, the CEO is Wakamatsu, which is sitting over there. And Dr. Tsuji is actually CTO of a company and currently working as an associate professor in Osaka University. Myself, Washino, is a CIO of DENSE, and I will also work as a senior lecturer in Osaka University. Okay, so it's an academic-based company. Right, that's it. Thank you very much for your attention. And if there's any question, I'm happy to help, happy to answer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Washino. All right, we have a short time, but we can afford answering the questions. So if you have any question, please raise your hand. From the floor, Japanese is welcome. And yeah, all right. Are there any question? No? Okay, so thank you very much again, Mr. Washino. All right, thank you. And now, last and foremost, we are having the last speaker of the 10 companies presenting their pitches. The last company is Optimus, and the speaker is CEO Ms. Kazumi Takao. Please wait for a while during we are preparing the slides. All right, again, this is the last speaker, and this is the last 10 minutes before we are moving on to the networking. Okay, so please be patient. Okay, now the slides are ready. So again, please welcome Ms. Kazumi Takao, the CEO of Optimus. Okay. Okay. Please excuse us. Please wait for a moment. We understand that you are longing for the networking, the drinks and the foods are ready, but please be patient. as we are now about to start the last pitch, the last presentation. Right. Okay. Sorry if I keep you waited. Now it's time to start the presentation of the Optimus. The floor is yours, Miss Takao. Okay, please start your presentation.
Hello, my name is Kazumi from Optimus Inc. We're the paint maker. Thank you for this opportunity today. We started our journey in 2012 as a manufacturer of paints prioritized sustainability and well-being. Our mission is to paint to save the planet. With this philosophy in mind, we have developed products that leverage our unique technology. We hold patents worldwide, utilizing photocatalyst and nanotechnology to create innovative paints. Our paints contain numerous 20-micron resin capsule that makes the heat barrier and coated with photocatalysts. This is our unique technology. We call it super capsule. Photocatalyst. Do you know photocatalyst? It's the light activated materials found by Japanese scientists, often titanium dioxide, in our case also, to break down the pollutants and organic compounds in the air. When exposed to UV light, it initiates a chemical reaction that converts harmful substance to harmless byproducts, effectively purifying air while also providing protecting coating. This technology can help create healthier indoor and outdoor environments. So this is our lineups. Our unique photocatalytic exterior paint offers insulation effect to keep your space cooler and self-cleaning that keeps your building clean, and a powerful air purification effect that helps to cleanse the surrounding environment. It's not just the paint, it's shield for your building and air purifier to our planet. And for interior, our main features are insulation and antibacterial and deodorizing. It takes away the unwanted smells. And air purifying, again, function that enhances indoor quality. The air we breathe will clean. For our medical version, it has the entire viral, top of all the antibacterial and all the effects, providing an added layer of protection for people, including influenza and other contagious disease. This is sorry, thank you. This is more than the, sorry, this is more than the paint. This is more than paint. It's a step towards healthier and safer space we can provide. Our clients, we are proud to partner with well-known brands like Starbucks, Uniqlo, and Panasonic, who use our sustainable paints that not only enhance their spaces, but also actively improve air quality for their customers and for our planet. Okay, now I want to focus on summer for this carbon neutral era. Our planet is getting hotter each year. Heat waves, floods, and wildfires, and increasing occurs around the world. This summer, 2024, we recorded hottest summer temperature globally. The glacier in Greenland is melting, so the demand for air conditioning is also surging around the world. It's projected triple by 2050. which is a lot of air condition. In buildings, air conditions account for about 20% of total energy consumption, which equals to 10% of world overall energy use. As summers become hotter, more people use air conditioning, which leads to higher energy use. This increase in energy consumption raises CO2 emission, obviously, making global warming worse. A cycle that keeps repeating is a bad cycle. The goals set by Paris Agreement to limit temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius are being exceeded each month, and temperature keep going up. If we don't change our course, average global temperature could surpass 1.5 degrees by 2029, which is only 4 years from now. By using our insulation paint, roof temperature can drop by 20 degrees Celsius or even up to 40 degrees in a hotter country. This leads indoor temperature being reduced by 3 to 8 degrees. And that makes AC use less and then contributes to CO2 reduction. And then maybe we can help prevent heat strokes even. In contrast to that negative cycle, we can provide ecosystem. Okay, sorry. Our insulation paints are applied to various surfaces, including tanks and pipes in the industrial areas, as well as the factory and residential buildings. And they are already making a difference in hot countries like Thailand and UAE. Now we are working on Kenya for affordable housing projects, including OPTIMUS medical interior paints for hospital there. Now we are preparing for exhibition at the World Expo next year. We have a small booth in Osaka Pavilion for a limited time, and the theme is Let's Paint the World Sustainably. We're looking forward to it. Another project, we have an ongoing project with JAXA. We are developing photocatalyst-based clear top coating for aircraft for long-time weather resistance and anti-insects, bugs, and self-cleaning for effect for energy efficiency. We'll be ready to launch next year. So these are the future projects we're hoping to get. For future project, we aim to paint large tanks. Oh, sorry. We aim to paint large tanks with this special design drone, possibly. And sustainable urban city, somewhere hot city, somewhere in the world, so we can make a difference. We are currently manufacturing Osaka, but as our demand continues to grow, we are exploring opportunities to set up factories overseas, including locations like UAE and Kenya. We believe we have so much to offer in the fight against global warming. By just replacing with our innovative, sustainable paints, we can significantly reduce energy consumption and CO2 emission in many areas. We continuously work on to make an impact and create a healthier and more sustainable planet for future generations. So when you have an opportunity to paint, please paint with a good purpose. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Takao. All right, so now this is the last Q&A time. Any question, either in Japanese or English? And actually, we are receiving a question throughout the online. So the question is simple: that how is the cost is the question. So I think we understand the feature of the products, but if, for example, comparing these paint products in the cost way,
Comparing the
cost-wise,
normal, yeah, of course, no, comparing normal paints, it's maybe about 3 times more expensive. But when you think about efficiency of AC, you know, you can save a lot over a year. So at the end, you're going to save a lot of money.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I think for those who have any question further, I think as Mr. Gao mentioned, I think they can describe more further in the merits of adopting this product. So please feel free to raise the question at the booth, or either we are welcoming the further questions throughout this Q&A function, so that I think they can we can connect you. And if you are interested, also we can have set an individual meeting. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Gao. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, coming to this event today again, and your kindest attention for the 10 brilliant pitches of the companies, the Osaka and Kansai startup companies. Again, as mentioned, they are having the booth. They kindly brought their demos or products or panels or so ever at the booth. So if you're joining on site, please do visit the booth after this event during the networking until 7:30. All right, now we are about to close this event, but please allow us to inform you several pieces of information from now on. Once again, we are closing this pitch session at 6:30, and now the networking would be provided for those joining on site until 7:30. So you may feel free to visit the booth and grab your drinks and foods, which are available upstairs. And now we are having some information from the organizer. Right. So thank you so much for attending this October event. And now we are glad to announce you that we are having the similar event at November the 25th as planned, that we are focusing on the life sciences areas and having the similar pitches of the startups, Osaka and Kansai startups, which is expected to be held in the Nakanoshima Cross, the very brand new venue, as mentioned by Mr. Sakamoto at the opening of the event. So those who applied and joined for today's event, we would inform you once that event is publicly released, which we expect that such announcement could be made soon. So we hope that we can meet you again at that November event as well. One more ad. Sorry, we understand that you're longing for the foods and drinks, but now we are having our LinkedIn, Twitter, the X, or the YouTube channels and distributing many various information about this global financial city, Osaka. So please kindly follow those SNS and reach out to the latest information distributed by the Osaka government. Next. All right. So once again, please kindly cooperate with survey, and also those who missed to raise the question or are interested in individual meetings, please kindly apply throughout this survey. So once you will close this Zoom, the pop-up would appear on your browser, but also you may find the QR code here or your printed out paper if you're joining on site, or also the link would be provided at the chat box of the Zoom. So please visit this survey and cooperate. Okay. Now, next, we are now closing this event. So those who are joining online, this is the end for the event. So thank you very much indeed again for kindly participating at this event. Thank you very much. All right, for those attending on site, this is the networking time. So as noted, now we are having the networking time. So please visit the booth behind.